Universal formula: mother plus father equals child. My mother plus my father equals me. Your mother plus your father equals you. Half from the father, half from the mother, where the father governs the left brain and the mother governs the right brain. Left brain, logical, system, planning. Planning also comes in mother, because if you've noticed, your mother actually plans a little better than your father. But logics, systems, tech, left brain. Right brain, emotional, subconscious, mystical, magical, beyond the intellect. And this left brain, right brain, does anybody remember in the first 6 minutes of our call one, what was the importance of the left brain and the right brain? Does anybody remember? You do, Shilpa? Shilpa cannot answer. Does anybody else remember?
Nidhu, while somebody volunteers, I'd like to tell everybody that there are some questions, Nidhu, but Nidhu will make sure you get your answers on the group. She'll answer even those questions you have not answered. So just bear with us as we are taking on as much as possible. So, Nidhu, Vishnu is saying mother and father. Teresa is saying healing is right brain. And Anubhav is saying healing is right brain activity and manifestation is left brain activity.
Super. Okay, that's it. The
Yes.
importance of understanding this half is very important, because if you're going to keep focusing on the manifesting, you are going to fall in the left side. If you're going to keep focusing on the healing, you're going to fall on the right side. As you keep using your left brain, your right brain will kick in, the penny will drop. My God, 1,000 Autobots. As you start clearing those Autobots, left brain will kick in. Hey, you know what? We should just pack our bags and move to another city. You need both. And this, right? Mother, father, manifestation, healing. Wherever you begin, you want to be using everything you have. You want to use your left brain. You want to use your right brain. You don't only want to be with your mother. You also want to be with your father. You don't only want to be with your father. You also want to be with your mother, because the most stable unit in the world is the triangle: mother, father, child. At the same time, because half is coming from the mother and half is coming from the father, all our body parts, because your left brain is governing your right side and your right brain is governing your left side. Therefore, everything taking place in the body is being governed by either the mother or the father. And let's take a look at that particular list. And it's an incredible list. And many, many thanks to the ancient wisdom of Qigong as well that has helped this particular list. Give me the list of mother and father. But the thing I want you to keep in mind always is that wherever you begin, whether you're focusing on healing, manifestation will begin. Whether you're focusing on manifestation, healing will begin. Because night becomes day, becomes night, becomes day, becomes night, becomes day. As you heal, you manifest better. As you manifest better, the more you know what you don't know and what has to be healed. And so the cycle perpetuates. You cannot say there can be only day, there will be only night. If you are stuck somewhere, I guarantee you are stuck in trying to get what you want and have paid no attention to healing at all. That you are trying to receive without the letting go, that you are trying to get without the give. And when you take a look at this list, I want to bring your attention to 7 onwards. Please take a look at both sides. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Because nature has been designed as day and night, Earth has been designed as day and night. Everything has a partner. When I say everything has a partner, the way that it works is mother is container, female, feminine. She receives. Father, masculine, is cylinder. He releases. And this, right, where a container with a cylinder makes us feel perfect, whole, and complete. Why can we not live on our own? Why do we seek relationships? And we seek them because we either have the container and need the cylinder, or we have the cylinder and we need the container, because that is the completion of us. In the partnership of if something's going on with our heart, something is also going on with our small intestine. If something's going on in our intestines, it is definitely going on in our heart. Because look at the drawing of the yin and the yang. And take me back to the previous one for mother and father, or healing and manifestation. Both of them have a bit of each other. There is the black dot in the white, there is the white dot in the black, meaning nobody is 100% black or white. You can say my mother is Devi and my father is Ravan, such a Rakshas, such a demon. One is an angel and one is a beast. It's not possible, because little bit of that angel will be in the demon and a little bit of the demon will be in the angel. Which is why, even though we will focus on hierarchy of the family, if you're a firstborn, how you work, secondborn, how you work, we always bring in some bit of balance by also doing the other parent's decree. We always bring in that balance. In our heads, right? Because our head is only this much, my lovers. Our heads tell us, father, very good, or very bad. Mother, therefore, the opposite. Because nobody has great parents both. If you're blessed, you have one or a little bit in one, but nobody has both. That is not the world we are in right now. And this point of each, right, where a little bit is this and a little bit of that means that I can expand it. Even if I am the container, my cylinder can expand. Even if I'm the cylinder, my container can expand. And what that means is, my lovelies, we can overcompensate lack in our life. Hormonal problems have been on the increase in the last 25 years for women and men. Because it is more obvious for women, the cases are more out there around women, but men as well. Because there has been this overcompensation of the absent father, the unavailable father, the busy father, the traveling father, the tyrannical father. Cylinders haven't been doing their job very well. And please take a look at your father. Either he is absolutely timid and anxious, or he is aggressive and tyrannical. There is no one father in the middle. Please check. There is no balanced father. Maybe 1 in billions or 7 of them. What about your mother? She too, either completely powerless and helpless, or controlling and tyrannical. Because you see, a woman as the container needs to be given to. She's a container. You have to put the cylinder. You have to put the crystal. You have to put the love. You have to put the water. You have to put the food. You have to put the money. She is the container. And if this container is not getting what she needs, what does the container do? The container goes to the other extreme of receiving, which has become a taker. Now your mother is taking. Who is it easy to take from? Please tell me, my lovelies. Is it easy to take from women or is it easy to take from men? Why is it easy to take from women? I have not read your answer. Shilpa has not read them, but that is the answer. And I have no doubt the light is showing you that is the answer. It is easier to take from women. Do you ask more from your mother? Or do you ask more from your father? Your mother, right? Because the container has. The cylinder keeps releasing, which is why, no, when you go to your partner or your mother goes to your father, or even you go to your father and you say, in July 1921, you were wearing this, and then you said that, and then you didn't buy me that ice cream, and now I have this trauma and I have to go to therapy. And your father or your husband or your brother is going to say, what? What is wrong with you? Why do you even remember that? Because they are cylinders. It is how they are. They are not supposed to be the container. You're the container. Now, does the cylinder not need to learn how to be with a container? They do. But does a container not need to learn how to be with a cylinder? We do as well. The point of this is, my lovelies, that when a woman becomes empty in her container, she becomes this narcissistic, sociopathic, animal, greedy, grasping woman. She now takes from the child, she now takes from the daughter, and wherever possible, she will try and take from the son. It's easier to take from the women, right? Easy for container to get from another container. Have you ever had women get together and plan a get together? So much abundance, because everybody has. All containers bringing their own containers. How much food when men are getting around and planning an event? Only what is required. And that is why our mothers are the way they are, because they didn't get enough in their container. And that is why, as women, we are the way we are, because we don't have enough in our containers. How many women here have a good cylinder? Please tell me. How many cylinders here have good containers? Because the learning is both ways, my loves. And therefore, our mother becomes the overcompensatory masculine. She becomes aggressive. She becomes tyrannical. She becomes violent. She becomes the ye bhi hadpo, wo bhi hadpo, mujhe to ye bhi chahiye, mujhe to ye bhi chahiye, inko kuch mat do. Whatever level and degree your mother is at, because I know your mother is that, because this hormonal imbalance that is plaguing all of us means men are not the way they were 30 years back, and neither are women. How many men do you know who don't want to give to women, who don't want to provide for women, who don't even want to give you a compliment, leave alone other things in the house and in the bed? More and more men, because there is a shift taking place. More and more women are showing up at things that men do. But are more and more men showing up at things women do? Not so much yet. Right now, the emotional expansion is taking place. Do you or do you not know an anxious man? Could this have even been possible in your grandparents' time? No. The shift is very rapid. And this dot is how we can have a hormonal imbalance. This dot is how we then start trying to be what we are not getting, whatever it is that you are not getting. This is also why, depending on whether it's a cylinder or the container that is not giving you what you need, you will have, take me back to the organ list, please, you will have one of these organs impacted. And because one of them is impacted and they work together, right? You cannot separate night from day. You cannot separate left brain from right brain. The other will also start getting impacted. If you have a hip problem, it is a matter of time before it becomes a shoulder and knee problem. If you have a shoulder problem, it is a matter of time before it becomes a hip and knee problem. If you have a head problem, it is a matter of time before it becomes a foot problem. Because your partner will kick in. Healing, manifesting, healing, manifesting. Mother, father, yin, feminine, masculine, they work together. this understanding of how the organs work. Take a look. If you're having trouble with, what shall we say, your bladder. But first, cheers everybody. If you're having trouble with your bladder, what is the problem? Something's not okay with your father. Or your father is missing. That is not okay with the father. Basically, your father is not present, healthy, and happy. And the moment something's happening here, kidney is your mid-back. Something will start happening here. This partnership, this tango, where the woman is as important as the man, where the woman is as high-powered as the man, this is constantly taking place in our lives. Now, depending on your hierarchy in your family, whatever was going on with your mother in these body parts or your father in these body parts, you will Autobot and have. What is happening with your mother if you're the younger born? What is happening with your father if you're the older born? You have got to start taking care of that right now before the Autobot completely opens the gene code and takes over. If it hasn't already taken over. If it's already taken over, you know the steps you have to do. You have to go back to working with the family. There is a solution, there is a healing, there is a manifestation, and both will start taking place. I forgot to mention that when the mother is not getting what she needs, she gets to be this taker, right? Now, what is the male? Male is cylinder, has to let go. If the male is not getting, the father is not getting, the son, the brother, the husband is not getting what they need, then they will release and let go more, meaning they will dump more out in the world, whether this is through violence, whether this is through busyness at work, they will end up doing more, because the mother energy is the resting, keeping, having energy. And the father energy is the doing and the giving and the letting go. It's the same thing. Energy. All healing is a healing of letting go. All manifesting is a manifestation of receiving. All healing and manifestation, if you are having trouble in either, will go back to your mother or your father. If, as a container, as a woman, you are not getting what you want, you are going to be obsessed with manifesting. Tell me how to get the money, tell me how to get this person to call me, tell me how I'm going to get my next job, tell me how I'm going to manifest my soul. You will be obsessed with it. If, as the male and cylinder, you are not getting what you want, you will start getting obsessed with what can I let go. Actually, that's not how men think. You will start becoming obsessed with what can I do. Please tell me, how many Surya Namaskars at 6:49 a.m. on Friday morning? Then I will say 1,008. How many Fridays for the rest of your life? Okay. Because they have to have the doing. Left brain, no? Have to have the doing. Right brain is the processing. Hey, I'm angry. Can we just take a few moments to calm down before we start thinking, let's throw bricks at someone? Right brain, left brain, balance. Please. 3-tap divinity. Perfect, whole, complete. Healing, manifesting, balanced. Mother, father, balanced. Yin, yang, balanced. Worthy, deserving, balanced. Releasing, receiving, balanced. Have water. And you can see, my lovelies, how much more there is that has to be done with this. That is why also in our training, we have 2 entire weeks just dedicated to this understanding of container and cylinder. What's happening with our containers? Because by the way, men, you also have a container. The sacral is your container. You don't have a womb, but energetically, you have a shape of a womb. What's happening with our cylinder? We're going to take a look at the yin-yangness of us for 2 entire weeks. We will do a call and we will do decree practices. What is a decree practice? So for example, when I took you through medicine and medicinal, you will get that as a poster and you will practice at home on your own. So you will get your call that will explain what we're doing as we are doing right now, and you will get the work that you can follow through at home as well. And the yin-yang work of, let's do yin-yang words as well. Yin, yang, balance. It doesn't matter which side you do it. Because remember, your mother has a bit of your father has a bit of you, and you have all of both. Yin, yang, balanced. What is imbalanced in you? Take a look at this list. Inhale, exhale, balanced. Back, front, balanced. Parasympathetic, sympathetic. By the way, your parasympathetic nerve is what puts you to sleep. Your sympathetic nervous system is what wakes you up in the day, because father is sun, mother is moon. Today is new moon. So a little more focus on the mother may have shown up in the last few days. Lower torso, upper torso, balanced. Higher chakras, lower chakras, balanced. All chakras are partnered. The heart chakra is neutral because that is yours. It is partnered. In the beginning of our call, I mentioned, right? Here is your eternal light, because this is the part of your awareness that is yours. This is autobotting with father. This is autobotting with mother. And this is autobotting both with whatever happened in our generations, tribes, ancestors, and past lives. And all of this come forward and become your clouds. How many of y'all took a family member's name for the one putting the clouds in front of your light? Most of us, right? Good. Honesty is light. Truth is light. The light will set you free, because the truth always sets you free.